All right, we're back again with the defense of the ATP. So we're sliding over. How can we defend that ATP? We're not only going to talk to you about defending that ATP, but also other defenses associated when you come to Shot of the Week. But in the video, oh really? Oh man.
She wants to talk.
All right, I think Alina's going to be teaching today about the defense of the ATP. But let's jump right into it and see what we got. Okay. All right, we're going to be talking about defending that ATP. The first thing, again, is when to hit it, okay? And we're going to talk about how to hit it, and then where to hit it, okay? So the first thing is when to hit that defense. So you're going to be looking to defend an ATP when an ATP is about to be hit. So Jen's going to be our defender, okay? And if I get a ball that's too far outside, so it hits in the kitchen, and I'm looking like I'm going to hit a ball about here, okay? Jen sees that. She's going to make sure she steps back and moves and covers the line a little bit more. So she's looking to cover that window so that when when that ball travels out here and I hit that ATP, she's able to kind of cover that space. What we do wrong sometimes is we don't recognize that an ATP is about to be hit. So Jen won't slide over, the ball gets hit out here, and then I have an easy spot to hit that ATP in versus no defenders coming over to slide. So right now, she'll show you a good example. If that ball comes out, then she tries to get in that position and then pop it up back and play, okay? So that's when we're going to defend that ATP. We recognize early and we slide over with the opponent. All right, so let's talk about how to hit that ATP. So Jen's going to be in the position, right? Now, the first thing we talked about, she's going to move, okay? And as that ball bounces out, she's going to move into position to defend it. She's going to make sure the first thing on how to do it is make sure she's in her low stance, a good ready position. She's also facing the ball. She's not facing forward, as you can see here, so turn. A lot of people face the forward, okay? A lot of people face forward. That's not towards the ball. So she's going to be facing the ball, get the paddle ready, okay? And the second thing on how to is make sure our paddle is low. If our paddle is high, then we're going to try to catch the ball that might be going out, okay? So typically on an ATP, they'll hit it low, and that's where the ball is going to go. So we want our paddle set ready to go there. So Jen's going to show us a great example on how we do this. So we start in this position, and then we move in position. I tap around, and then she defends it, gets that paddle, gets nice and low, okay? The last thing is making sure we're not taking any kind of big swing. Because as you remember from last week, I was telling you guys we're going to be hitting it with more of a full, faster swing, okay? Because we can hit it low. So we want to make sure that Jen's not fully swinging, okay? Because then she's going to create too much power. So this is a full swing. We don't want to do that, right? A big full swing because we lose power. So what we're going to do instead is just a good nudge. Good, and just get it back in play. As you can see, she's just blocking the ball back in play. So if we follow those three things to defend that ATP, we're going to have better luck and then getting back into the kitchen line, winning a point that a lot of times isn't going to be on our side, and that is a huge mental factor to going into the next point. All right, so Alina is going to be my partner, and I'm going to be the one hitting the ATP. Jen's going to be hitting the defense, and this last thing we're going to talk about is where to hit it. So when I'm moving out wide here, as you can see, I'm pulled off the court. My partner, Alina, will most likely try to cover the middle. If she doesn't cover the middle and she stays over there, then Jen is going to look to hit the middle, okay? So that Jen needs to be heads up in understanding where her opponents are. So if we're in this position, Jen is going to make sure she defends back to the middle there, okay, so that there's a gap, right? But if Alina struggling over here, we'll help her out. Come on, we got you. Okay, Alina's my partner. She's back at it. Look at you, good. Okay, now she's gonna be in the middle here, covering for me, sliding over. Where do you think Jen's gonna go? Maybe back cross court again. So defense, and then she goes the other way at the angle to be able to create opportunity to hit the other gap. So really, where Jen's going to hit that ball is dependent on where the positioning of my partner covers, okay? So be kind of looking out for that. Obviously, if you can't focus on two things at once, where the opponent is and hitting the ball, we're just trying to get the ball back in play as much as we can. That's the priority. After that, we can start placing it and then adding power from there. All right, so next week we are starting back to the beginning again. We're going back to the serve. We're going to re-release that video on the serve again, but we're going to talk about more details when you come to shot of the week. So if you want to work on a specific serve, Jen and I are more than happy to kind of teach you that, whether that's a spin serve, you know, whether that's a hard serve, a slice, drop serve, whatever it is.
Alina,
are you going to help us out? I don't know. She might be there.
With her sock.
Yeah, with her sock. So, but we'll see you next week for that next shot of the week, and let's get to it.